Hello, I'm Dr. Spencer Kimson. I'm based in Kuchip in Jiwaka province. I'm a rural registrar pursuing a master's degree in rural and remote health. And I'm in Kundiawa for my first surgical rotation, started in the 21st of August, and I'll be here for 3 months. A little background about myself. I graduated from the University of Papua New Guinea in 2019 with a bachelor's degree in medicine and surgery. After that, I did 2 years of intensive, we call residency in Papua New Guinea for 2 years in Port Moresby General Hospital. And I completed my residency early 2021. I've always felt that rural medicine was something that I wanted to do since second year in medical school, and that was when I first learned about the Masters in Rural Health. I grew up in the rural parts of PNG, and I know what it is like accessing basic healthcare services for most of our people. I wanted to help, and so I pursued a career in medicine, and assisted for me to come to Kuchip and do my training started way back in 2018 when I did my final year. And as part of our final year training, we had to go out rural hospital outside of Port Moresby, and basically to give us a glimpse of what it is like to practice medicine in rural PNG. And so I came up to Kuchip. I was sent up here because I was from the coast and they wanted me to experience a different place, which is the highlands of PNG. I grew up in New Ireland. It's on the coastal part of PNG, and I've never been to the highlands. And one of our professors in school was like, okay, so this is what we're going to do. The students from the coastal part of PNG will go to the highlands, and that's how I ended up in Kuchip. And so I spent 8 weeks in Kuchip Hospital. It's run by the Church of Nazarene. And they were also taking candidates for masters in rural medicine, and I said, okay, this is a really good place to come back and work. And I really like the place, I really like the doctors there, the environment. It was the perfect place for somebody who wants to pursue an interest in rural medicine. I had another fair share of experience in rural medicine when I went to Arawa. That was in 2020, and that was when COVID came about, and so we were stuck in the autonomous region of Bougainville for almost 3 months. But for myself, I did enjoy myself back there. It's also my dad's home province, and it was good to be back home and to see my people and to work there. After I finished my training, I applied back to Kuchip, and I'm back in Kuchip. Masters in Rural Medicine training has 2 parts to it. So there's a part 1 and part 2. So in the part 1, it's a 6-year duration of training where you're based in a hospital, you work there for 9 months, and then you go out for 3 months of training. So for your first 3 years, you get to decide whether you want to spend more time with surgery or you want to spend more time with ONT. And so I decided that I wanted to do surgery, and I think most of my senior colleagues have gone down that path. Most of them have pursued surgery in their path 1, and that's what I'm also doing in Kundiawa town. And it's important because you learn surgery, you learn basic surgical skills, and I think the most important thing is when it comes to emergency, right? So when you're out in a district hospital by yourself and you have let's say a kiddo coming in with a forearm fracture that you think you can do a close reduction, you can learn those skills, right? Or if you have a step wound with a hemoperitoneum, basically blood in the abdomen that needs to be operated on, you can do an expiratory laparotomy. And in obstetrics, you know, if you need to do an emergency cesarean section, you're able to do that in the district hospital rather than referring them to a provincial hospital. So those basic surgical skills, and also basic management of surgical patients. So that's why I chose to do surgery as my path 1. And I'm really grateful for the team here in Kundiawa, the surgical team, with Father Joaski, who is the chief surgeon here, Dr. Orakoko, and Dr. Saulep, who's also a rural generalist. In the video, you'll see the hospital where I train. So it's a provincial hospital for Chimbu province, and their town is Kundiawa town. That's where the hospital is at. It's in the Kundiawa Gambog district. And fun fact about the province, it's the mountainous province in the country, and I really love this place because, you know, where I'm staying, you can see the views of the mountains, and it's just amazing. And also they have the highest mountain in South Pacific, Mount Wilhelm, and I've gone up there twice, in 2021 and 2022, and it's amazing. And around where I work, there's a small hill just the southern part of the hospital. You'll see in my video where we went hiking up, and on top of the hill we could see the entire view of the town as well as the hospital. And it's amazing, and that's an exciting part of the rural medicine training, where, you know, apart from work, you also get to find time to do other extra stuff like going hiking or to the river and seeing different places in the nature. It's just wonderful.